Now I'm going to do all my sketching in this area here. So I'm going to go up here to the line tool. My first line is 36 millimeters up. So I'm going to go half of that. I'm going to start by selecting. It doesn't need to be on this line. I'm just going to move over a little bit because I know that I'm not going to use up this entire area. I'm going to select here. I'm going to go up 18. I left clicked when I'm saying select. I left clicked once at that point. I dragged my cursor directly up so it's a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to go up 18 millimeters. I'm going to select or left click again. Now I'm just going to move my mouse to the left. I'm not clicking. I'm not holding any buttons. I'm just moving the mouse to the left. And over here on the screen, it says 8 millimeters. So I'm going to move it over to the left at 90 degrees and type in 8.0. Now I'm going to click again. Now I'm going to move up, and I'm going to move up 2 millimeters. Now I'm going to move over. I'm going to move over 14 millimeters. Doesn't need to be exact. If you're 15, it's not a big deal. If you want to go 15 millimeters over, that's fine. If you want to get rid of these blue lines, by typing in values, it'll make them black. So I'm going to go back down 2 millimeters. We're going to go over, it says 8 millimeters on the screen. So I'm going to go 8 millimeters over. I'm just going to make any angle down. Doesn't matter really what. I'm going about 3.5 millimeters down at about 133 degrees. This does not matter if it's not perfect. We're going to go up here to, I'm going to go up here now, or like right about here. I went about 3 or 4 millimeters up. Now I'm going to go over a long way. I'm going to go over about 35 millimeters. I'm actually just going to go over about 40. So I have a nice big handle. I'm going to go down a little bit. 1 millimeter down. I'm going to go a few millimeters, like 3 or 4 millimeters over. I'm going to go up 1 millimeter. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to go all the way over 54. It says in the drawing 54 millimeters, but if you're a little bit longer, that's okay. As long as you're close to that 54. If you go 55, go ahead and click. I'm left clicking again. Now here is a very simple part of the sketch. We're just going to go ahead and make a 90-degree angle down. I'm going to go 1 millimeter down. And on the drawing, it says 4 millimeters over. So I'm going to go 4 millimeters over. By zooming in and out, I'm using the center roller on my mouse, which is nice and convenient. Now I'm ready to go ahead and begin the angles. So if you look at the drawing on the angles, they're all 3 millimeters apart. And then the difference between, I'm going to go ahead and escape here. I'm just going to pull this up, move this over now. So they're all 3 millimeters apart here, 2 millimeter flat at the top, and it's between 28 and 36. So the radius, 28 minus 36 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. So each of these ridges are 4 millimeters apart. This doesn't need to be perfect. There's a bunch of ways we could do this. We can go ahead and sketch out kind of what we would like this to look like. By going down, I recommend having a little flat at the bottom, coming up and a little flat at the top. Now what we could do is there's a whole bunch of options we could do. We could do a pattern and count out how many of these ridges we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.5, basically. So we're going to go 9. So I'm going to rectangle pattern. It says select the objects you want. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this line. And I'm going to select that flat. Direction. I'm going to go this way. I'm just going to drag this arrow out. So hopefully they're all connected. Looks like they are. And quantity, I want 9. Oop, we're going to need a lot more than that. We're going to need to drag it out further. And actually, if there's a little bit of an over gap there, it'll probably actually work out better. So just leave it like this for now, because I know we'll know they'll all be connected. And good, looks awesome. Select OK. Now they're all connected. What you can do here with this little bit of area left over, you can go to the trim tool and select each of these. Zooming in and out with the center mouse. Awesome. Now I'm going to go back over here to the line tool and draw another angle down. And I'm going to go down a little bit further. Now I'm on the very front end of this. The rest of this is not too challenging to do. It's the very first thing we're going to do is you can go all the way down, but we don't need to. It's good to get an idea of what size we have here. So it's 15 millimeters from this point all the way down. So if we need a 18 millimeter, we're going to go about 6 millimeters down. You can go 5 or 6 to make this look like an actual lightsaber. We're going to go over. It looks like we're going to go over. There's not actually a dimension on this one. Maybe there is. Maybe it says 13 over there. So we're going to go over about 13 millimeters. It could be a little bit more. It doesn't really make much of a difference. And you can see we have plenty of room here to fit in our constraints. We're going to go up a little bit, over a little bit, up a little bit more. Over, down, just a little bit. And now we're going to make this feature here. It's a longer stretch. I'm making it 5 millimeters long. I'm going to go down 4 millimeters. I'm just left clicking. Actually, I'm going to go down a lot further than 4 millimeters. I'm going to go down another 5 millimeters. Now I'm going to go over this way about 20 millimeters. I went 19. And I'm going to go up a little bit, over 5 millimeters, up another, I don't know, I'll go 2.5, I'll go 3 up, 3.5 up. And now I'm going to go over just a little, actually a bit. I'm going to go over, it says 14 millimeters. Whoa. All right, 13, 14 right there. We're going to go up 3, over 7, up almost all the way to the top of this. I want to get as close to this line as we can without touching it. I'm going to go over 2 millimeters. And we're going to go all the way back down to like this lower plane here. And we're going to go over 10. And all the way back down. Now we have our lightsaber sketched. It looks pretty good. There's certain things I'm not nuts about. I'm going to escape here. And I think I can just go ahead and move some of these lines out and about without having to screw up my whole model. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit finish sketch. Now I have a part of my lightsaber. I'm going to go ahead and go over here to Revolve up here at the top. I'm going to Revolve selected profile. So I'm going to select this profile right here. Now the axis I'm going to select is this line. Revolves it. We're going to choose OK now. Now that looks pretty similar to what an actual lightsaber looks like. I think it looks pretty good. If there's things you want to go ahead and adjust, go ahead and adjust them. But this is what an actual, what an actual lightsaber is going to look pretty close to. So thank you for watching this first video. This is just the sketching. We're going to go ahead and upload some sketching and modeling. The next video, we're going to be starting the CAM process and show you what the tool library does. Thank you for watching.